I feel like I'm the child of the person with that Twitter handle. Let's hear from some of the other children.
Welcome to Blogging While Brown.
This video is on behalf of all the people who've come through this young lady's program, Blogging While Brown. There's got to be close to 2,000 of us. We're a lot smarter, a lot more connected, and very appreciative of all the work you've done for us.
My name is Gina McCauley, and I'm the founder of the conference. I'm glad you're celebrating that. This is our 9th annual year. Wow, I know, like really wow. So we started in Atlanta in 2008. That was also during a presidential election year. So what a big change since 2008. But we are so happy that you're here. How many of you are first-time attendees? Oh wow, okay, the whole audience, okay. I see some familiar faces as well. So wow, this is your first conference, so awesome, welcome. How many of you have not started your blogs yet? Isn't that awesome that you're willing to admit that publicly at a blogging conference?
Gina is very charming and witty and darn right funny, but she doesn't hesitate to put that church finger up when she wants to make a point.
So if you haven't started blogging, some of you may have an inferiority complex because you haven't started blogging. But this is actually an advantage for you because you can begin with the end in mind. You can learn from all of the other mistakes in the room, all of the things that people wish they had done. Tell people about your blog idea so they can tell you that it's a horrible one. And so you can go in a different direction and save some time. There's somebody in this room who's going to save you a couple of years and probably $10,000.
You better take heed when she says something or she'll just give you the hand.
So the first piece of advice I have is that being in this room is your unfair advantage. There are a lot of people who blog, but they really blog in isolation. And there's lots of questions that you have. And one of the great differentiators that you have are your personal networks. Social networks are one thing, but when you layer that over personal, in-person relationships or these shared experiences you're going to have this weekend, those of you who got to go to the museum yesterday, those of you, I know, I'm bitter about it too. Those of you who go on the bus excursion, those of you who walked over to the hotel together, all those little things add stories that you're going to remember and you're going to see these people for the rest of your lives.
I mean, whenever Gina opens her mouth, it's something provocative. I wish she would just have a weekend of Gina. I would be there.
This morning. So you're in the room with some brilliant people. Make sure you meet as many of them as you can. But this is your unfair advantage and you need to take full advantage of it. Talk to as many people as you can. Listen to their stories, but also tell a very abbreviated version of yours. Because I've seen it happen. I've been doing this, planning this event for 10 years. You'll see somebody, you know, everybody runs to the big blogger at the time. And all of us have seen blogs who've been huge and then they kind of fade off. They run to the big blogger at the time. They don't pay attention to the kind of small blogger, maybe just starting out. You'll see them blow up like in the next 6 months or something like that. So you never know who you're talking to.
I mean, she always watches from afar, and you know when she's pleased with something, and you can tell when she's not too happy with something else. And Lord, don't let her give you the side eye.
You're going to be overwhelmed. That's just, it is what it is. You come to learn this in a compressed period of time, so you're going to be overwhelmed. So just pick 3 things that you act on. Just pick 3. You know, I think last year, Lamar's keynote, if you haven't seen it, it's really good. So I hired a coach, which was something he told us to do last year. I started investing in paid reach, which is something he told us to do last year. And I offered a high-ticket product as an experiment, which is something he told us to do last year. And that was about it. So don't feel as if you go home and you don't execute all 176 tips that they gave you, you're not a failure. So that's probably, we need to manage your expectations.
So there you go, Gina. I've been to 3 of your events. You make it look effortless, but I know you need a little support now and then. So this is just a little pick-me-up, let you know that we really appreciate all that you do. Gina, I think you're amazing. Blogging While Brown is a treasure. Thanks so much.